Welcome back to Soap with Joe. In recent episodes, it seems you're most interested in the battle between Steffy and Sheila and are eager to know the detective's conclusion. We discussed many possibilities surrounding Sheila's death and agreed that her departure was merely a trick. So, I think we've had enough gossip regarding this mystery. Today, I suggest we delve into the effects of Sheila's demise on other characters and see how they interact on the way of finding the truth. Amid the confusion, the love entanglements among couples will become more complicated than ever. What are your thoughts on new pairings like Steffy and Liam, Finn and Hope? Do you support them? I don't expect this swap because I suppose that Sheila will be back in the flesh and put things to their original places. Now, during her temporary absence, let's give some predictions on how the story may go and see how characters change their nature once their personal benefits are invaded. Some characters are poised to behave in an unacceptable, disappointing way, which may cause a domino effect and harm others' relationships. So, let's start our discussion right now. Well, in the previous video, I wondered if someone was siding with Steffy and protecting her from emotional hurt and possible threats from Sheila should she return from the grave. It's now clear that Ridge is the one who steps in at the right moment to defend her from any alleged accusations, especially from Finn, who seems skeptical of Steffy's remorse. However, the tension escalates more than we expect, as Ridge finds himself at odds with his own words and the harsh reality that confronts him and his family. For the sake of an effective talk, Ridge will regret his harsh characterization of Sheila as an animal in Finn's presence. However, he won't compromise and remains firm in his disdain for Steffy, despite Finn's visible distress over his mother's untimely demise at their family home that very night. Sounds like this meeting will not reach the mutual understanding or end up in peace, as two sides don't want to listen. While Finn is mourning on his bio mother's sudden demise, Ridge keeps rationalizing the tragedy by highlighting the potential dangers that Steffy and the children could have faced. Do you think Ridge chose a wrong approach? His arguments not only fail to ease Finn's growing despair, but also fuel his increasing resentment, leading him to believe Steffy intentionally attacked Sheila callously without cause. Next, let's talk about Finn, whose emotional state has provoked controversies. Some people feel for him, adding that he has the right to be shattered when his bio mother passed away. He is in too much pain to remain patient and understand Steffy's remorse. However, I see it differently. Why doesn't he consider how much worse it could have been if Steffy hadn't fought back and his kids got wounded or even killed? Do you think Finn is being unreasonable in not recognizing Steffy's actions as protective? He must recognize that he's still lucky when his little family is safe. Yet, he fixates on Steffy's role in his mother's death and seeks solace with another woman. At the very least, he should listen to her and set aside his emotions to rationally contemplate the situation. How about Steffy? She tried to seek solitude from Finn to bridge the emotional gap that has formed while being caught between her own justifications for self-defense and the palpable rift it has caused with Finn. Her admission of the night's horrors and her plea for unity seem to fall on uncertain ears, as Finn is visibly tormented by the blood-stained evidence of the night's events, symbolizing the irreversible impact on their relationship. As Finn's anger reaches its peak, do you think this surge could further damage their relationship, possibly beyond repair? Fans hint at a scene where Finn kneels on the floor and bitterly yells, "My mom's blood is on my hand and yours, Steffy." Finn says as he holds out his bloody palm and leaves Steffy unsettled. Is it necessary for Steffy to heed this warning? Unfortunately, Ridge's attempts to minimize the situation only further alienate Finn, showing no signs of willingness to reconcile with Steffy. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, the narrative unfolds further as Carter reveals to Brooke and Hope the grim discovery at Steffy's house, confirming Sheila's death. The news brings a complex mix of relief and skepticism, given Sheila's history of deceit. Yet, Carter offers a semblance of closure, asserting the finality of Sheila's fate, which brings a temporary peace to the concerned parties. Upon Ridge and Thomas's return, they face the daunting task of confirming the unsettling news to Brooke. The family dynamics are strained as they navigate the repercussions of Sheila's death, highlighting the deep-seated conflicts and moral dilemmas that plague their relationships. Well, it's evident Finn places more trust in Hope than in his own partner. While we might hope their connection remains purely platonic, recent hints suggest a deepening bond. His relation with Hope is becoming closer, especially after the encounter with Steffy at the Cliff House. The episode culminates in a poignant scene at the Cliff House, where Steffy confronts Finn's anguish head-on. She reiterates the circumstances that led to her drastic actions, hoping for understanding, if not acceptance. Finn, however, is visibly haunted by the confrontation with his mother's death, symbolized by the bloodstain that now marks both their lives. His reaction to touching his mother's blood, a physical connection to the tragedy, underscores the profound emotional and psychological toll the event has taken on him and Steffy, leaving their future uncertain and their relationship deeply strained. Now I think Finn's unwavering stance may inadvertently invite trouble, especially if someone decides to exploit this situation to destabilize his intimate relationship. Liam, with a history of manipulating circumstances, might once again resort to his well-worn strategy of sowing discord between Steffy and Finn. Historically, Liam took a clandestine approach by capturing Finn with Sheila in a private moment, subsequently presenting the footage to Steffy as evidence of Finn's undisclosed connections. This tactic of using covertly filmed evidence to cast doubt within relationships is something Liam might consider employing once again under new circumstances. Do you think Liam will find himself a witness to such a moment, whether it be a comforting hug, a consoling touch, or a conversation laden with emotional closeness? He might interpret it as ammunition to challenge Finn's fidelity. I think this possibility is sooner or later likely to happen. Lately, Finn has been seeking solace in Hope Logan, sharing his grief over Sheila's death and the turmoil caused by Steffy's decisive actions against his mother. Hope's understanding and sympathy provide Finn with a much-needed emotional outlet, setting the stage for their relationship to potentially evolve beyond mere friendship. This development is crucial as Finn's emotional detachment from Steffy grows, possibly pushing him towards a moment of vulnerability with Hope that could be misinterpreted as romantic or overly intimate. At this juncture, it's not uncommon for fans to exclaim in frustration, "Oh, Finn, you're in deep trouble now," criticizing his apparent naivety and failure to recognize the bounds of selfishness and skepticism. Envisioning a scenario where Liam captures this interaction on video, he could use it as leverage, intending to show Steffy that Finn's loyalty is questionable. This act would not only strain Finn and Steffy's already precarious marriage further, but might also lead Steffy to contemplate a future with Liam, potentially reigniting past flames. In essence, any emotional connection between Finn and Hope, especially if captured and presented out of context by Liam, could have catastrophic consequences for their relationships with Steffy and others within their circle. As Liam contemplates stirring the pot once more, viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful are left to anticipate the ripple effects of his actions on the intricate dynamics of love, loyalty, and trust among the characters. Indeed, if Thomas can catch wind of Hope and Finn's perceived closeness through such a video, it could threaten to unravel the fabric of trust between Hope and Thomas as well. This scenario underscores the potential for widespread turmoil stemming from misconstrued moments of comfort and support. Now it's time to share with us your thoughts and predictions on the above twists and turns. Do you think Hope and Finn will cross the line? I think Liam needn't do anything to separate Finn and Steffy. Finn is doing everything to destroy his marriage himself. Finn was wrong and way out of line. Instead of being relieved that Sheila hadn't harmed his wife, He resorted to verbal and emotional abuse towards Steffy. Steffy was a victim and she needed to be comforted and supported, but Finn did the opposite. Now, the potential resolution to these confrontations lies in the detective's conclusions about the cause of Sheila's death, which might exonerate Steffy from any accusations. There are many interesting stories that I would like to discuss with you, so drop your comments below, and I'll keep you updated on any possible storylines ahead. Until next time, goodbye.